Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to go over the catalog flashback for the Retexture weekend in 2018 on Roblox CS started. So if you don't know, this catalog flashback series is a series where I go over a past event or update that happened on the Roblox catalog just for nostalgia's sake. And it's nice to look back at some of the best moments that happened on the catalog, so that's what I'm doing with this series. And this time, I'm going to go over a Retexture weekend. And if you don't know, back then when Roblox used to make items, they released items on the weekends only, typically, and they usually had a theme with them, whether it's like dragon themed, color themed, seasonally themed, or whatnot. They each had a theme that they followed, and this weekend's theme was retextures of popular items. And I think this was a pretty big weekend for a lot of people because this was when Roblox leaks items really early on, and there were a lot of big leaks, and people thought they were actually for the sale that coming up this year, but they were actually just for this weekend. So many people were actually hesitant to actually buy some of these because they wanted to actually save up for the sale that was coming up later on, which was the Memorial Day sale. And the first releases for this weekend were actually the green top hat with a white band and Noob's Taxation. If you don't know, there's a day called Tax Day, and that usually happens around this time, which is why they made a taxing kind of themed item. So the first one right over here was the green top hat with a white band. It released for a timer of 2 days and was 5,000 Robux, just like a lot of the other time top hats. This one is green with the white band in the center, so definitely pretty nice looking top hat. You can definitely make some nice outfits with this one. It actually ended up selling 1,632 times, which is actually pretty rare for a top hat, so you can definitely still see people wearing this around a couple of times. Even though it is not that common, people do like wearing it, so you can definitely still find it around on profiles and in games. It's pretty cool, and it's definitely one that I think has a chance to go limited soon, so if you own it, then get ready because it might go limited, who knows. And the next one was this Noob Taxation. It's basically just a noob doing their taxes, which is pretty silly, and just like most Noob Assist items, it released for 75 Robux, and it has a stock of 10,000. So definitely pretty cool. It's like one of the sillier Noob Assist themes, so definitely not that bad. Right over here, when you wear it, it goes on top of the head, just like most of the other Noob Assist items. So yeah, definitely not that bad, and it's at a pretty cheap price, like the other Noob Assist as well. So if you do want to get it, you can still get it for a pretty affordable price today. And the next item they released was this red laser Scythe for 700 Robux. And there are many variants to this one. There's this blue version right over here, there's a green version right over here, and they did actually end up using this Scythe in a noob attack later on, so that's also pretty cool. But yeah, they did actually make a retexture for this gear, and it's a pretty nice looking gear. Overall, you can definitely make a pretty cool outfit with this one, so definitely not that bad. Next item to release were these poison vision goggles for 5,000, and these vision goggles typically cost this price too, so this is kind of an expected price. This vision goggle series is a pretty popular series, many people do like it, and these look pretty cool in the character as well, so you can definitely make a nice outfit with these. But I think the high price does throw people off a bit, which probably causes it to not get that many sales, but if you still do want to get it, you can still get it today. And the next one to release was this blue traffic cone right over here. But when it first released, there was a big problem. As you can see in the replies, 44 replies, people were going all the way crazy on Twitter when this first released, because as you can see in this image right over here, it was not on sale, it was only on the timer, and it didn't have a purchase button, so that made people get really thrown off a bit. But they did end up fixing it later on. As you can see right over here, they did actually release it for 1,000 Robux. And right over here, this is the blue traffic cone. It's just basically the blue texture of the regular traffic cone, which is a pretty cool classic. And it's not very certain on how many sales it got, but I'm sure it got a couple of thousands, so definitely not the rarest, but still pretty cool retexture that I think would be nice to see go limited someday. And this sells like a character just like the original does as well. And the next one to release after the traffic cone was this green checkered lampshade, 20 Robux, 1 day timer, really affordable, and a lot of people can get it. This is a pretty cool one. It is a lampshade, which is part of the lampshade series. There are 4 of them, including this one, and all of them are currently unavailable, so if you're able to get this one, you can still have one of them, and they all release for pretty cheap regularly, so definitely not that bad. It's a nice looking pattern as well. Green checkerboard looks pretty nice, and if you do wear it, it looks like how the other lampshades do, so definitely not that bad. And it actually ended up selling almost 42,000 times, which is expected. It was only 20 Robux when it first released, so definitely one of the more common ones from this weekend. You can definitely still see it around on many people's avatars, and if you were around at that time, you most likely were able to purchase it and get it for yourself, so definitely not that bad, and it would be a cool one to see go limited along with the rest of the lampshades in the series. Next up over here, they did actually release a limited, which is a Supa Dupa Fly Cap, which is a retexture of this Supa Fly Cap, which is a popular item. It is purple, and it's doing alright right now on 50,000 price. And this retexture is a red version, and it's doing around the same, just a bit lower than the original one by about 10,000, 15,000, so pretty nice. This one I think has a lot more people liking it actually. It has almost double the favorites that the original does, so it's pretty crazy. People definitely do like it. It definitely does pretty pretty well. And for something that's pretty expensive, it sells quite a lot, so definitely not that bad. Originally was 1,000 price and it had a stock of 10,000, so this is actually a pretty big stock, but due to how it looks, people do like it, and it's actually doing pretty well. So pretty crazy. It has the same amount of stock as the Noob attack, but it's doing 30 times better than it. So looks can really make an item go up over time. So if an item was limited soon, and keep in mind that looks is definitely a factor in these high prices. And this is also like a character. It looks pretty cool. It goes backwards like this, so you can definitely make a nice outfit with this one. And the next two items to release were just two regular items. They're still on sale. We have the Fine China Ramen Bowl and the Black Iron Branches. Fine China Ramen Bowl right over here, 15 Robux, pretty affordable. It is a retexture of this Ramen Bowl right over here, which is a red version. It's also 15 Robux. And the next one over here, the Black Iron Branches, were released for 300 Robux. They are a retexture of these Sinister Branches, which were 125, so the Black Iron ones are almost double the price in these, and they're very popular, over 150,000 favorites, so definitely not rarest of things, but if you still do want to get them, they're a nice little choice to get, and they might go limited, but they probably won't do too well, just like the original ones, so definitely not a bad choice, but don't expect to make too much if these do end up going limited. And it looks like those were actually the last items to release from this weekend. There was actually another retexture weekend just the following month, not even like 2 weeks after this, they did another one, so we'll probably go over that one soon. This was the one that I did for April of 2018. So yeah, overall it looks like a pretty big week just for something that isn't even a sale week, just with these big limiteds, these retextures that went off sale, and it looked like a pretty big week to pay attention to the catalog. So definitely not that bad, and definitely one of the bigger regular weeks from Roblox. So yeah, that is for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.